Hello! Thank you for tuning in to the Love Reads. I'm going to try something a little new this time around. I'm going to try doing pick-a-reads for each sign in relation to love. I'm going to put out 3 stones. The first time around with that pile, I'm going to do the relationship. Then I'm going to do the single version for the same pile. I'm going to try to give a little bit more diversity. I feel like even though we may share the same sign as someone else, we have different variations about what's going on in our lives. So I want to give more options, more diversity, so that way you can find what pile most resonates with you. Let me know at the end, of course, if this worked or didn't work for you. It's going to be a little different than normal, but let's give it a shot. Hello Pisces, thank you for watching. For this one, I'm going to use these 2 decks here, the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by, is that Madeline? I can't read it upside down. Well, there's the names. Melanie Marquis, there we go. I thought that was different. Illustrated by Scott Murphy. This one, Angel's Answers by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Okay. I don't want it about the decks as much as about what we're doing here, but you know. 1, 2, 3 are the piles. I think these are going to come out kind of even this time. We'll find out. Well, there. And then I do that. So there you go. There's the first pile, second pile, third pile. So in the bottom, I'll probably do first stone, second stone, third stone, just so you know. So let's just move these out of the way so that we can get this going. So the first stone, let's see, what do we got going on here? Okay. I feel like this is where this is heading. Okay, so for love, we're going to do relationship first. And then we'll do the same cards with single. And we're doing them facing up for you. The top is you. The bottom is the other person or the energy you're working with. This is a relationship, but this is the other person. So when this situation comes in, if you chose this stone, you're very grounded, very secure, very happy with the situation. Everything seems like it's on point. Now, I'm noticing what this is stemming off of is something was denied. There's definitely a denial here. Not a denial, but there's an answer of no. Either somebody got denied something or you didn't do something. The two of you did not do something for whatever reason. Either plans fell through, one of you said no. This is where this is coming from. You're coming out of this, even if the no was towards you, like you wanted to do something and your partner said no, you're still very secure in this relationship. It kind of feels that way to me. I feel like your partner said no to you on something. I feel like your partner said no. I feel like that's where this is coming from. It does kind of more feel like the partner is saying no. But this isn't a no from the past. Your partner feels like this is something that's moved on. I feel like you still want whatever they said no to. I'm getting going forward, there's no change. You're still holding on to something you want to bring into the future. I'm still getting your partner is not... They're looking at it like it's a done deal. Done is done, not happening, not doing it, no way, no thank you. It's not changing in the future, but the trust next to this is saying there's something better for it. Well, it's not saying something better. They're saying that this is not something to do. This is not going to work. Whatever you want that you're holding on to from the past, that you're hoping another time will come around. Can you see these in the viewfinder? I hope you can. It's not coming around again. I'm getting... The reason this is coming towards you is so that you can realize you need to start going in a different direction. Not in the sense of I don't feel like you can't have what you want, oddly enough, but the way it's coming forward, for example, if you wanted to take a trip to Vegas, I feel like it's out of the question. They won't do it. Maybe you could plan a trip somewhere else. Because I feel like it might be the destination thing, if that's what it is. If you want, I'm just using that as an analogy, if you want to go to Vegas, they're like, no, I'm not going to Vegas. You might want to move that into a different type of, what else would you like that you'd also be just as happy with? You know what I mean? If you go to Orlando, Florida, or if you go to San Francisco, California, If you go to a Caribbean cruise, is that just as good? They're saying change your direction, change what you're thinking, and find a different way to get what you want. Like, you're going to have to change part of it, is what I'm getting. If you keep coming forward with the same thing, like, I wanted a Vegas trip, but they're like, no. And you're like, how about that Vegas trip? They're like, definitely not. That's not going to change, but trust that that's not going to happen. Trust also, though, that you can change things. You may change things. It feels very optional. I feel like that's why they're using trust instead of something better. If you try to, like, get in with them a little more in the sense of, like, well, what would they want? Would they rather go somewhere with a sandy beach? Do they like amusement parks? Like, that's why I think Orlando, Florida has a few of them, like a bunch of Magic Kingdom things, but I think Universal Studios and something else are there too, I think. Like, what else you could do there? Work with the energy. You can make something else happen. What you want, they're saying no to, but you might be able to change things around so you're still happy and you can find something else. All right, now if we're going to do it for single people, I feel like you're looking at somebody who's, I'm still feeling it on that side, like they said no to you for whatever reason. They're like, no, I don't want to do this. And it might be just because they're saying they're very busy and they got a lot going on. And I'm getting you're very stable and patient, and you're just like, well, I can wait. I can wait for my time to come around. You may have already got to this conclusion. It's not going to happen. But they're also saying this is not a match for you. For whatever reason, this is not a match for you. The trust next to the Four of Swords is like, this is a good thing for you. This is not a match. Even though this may be a great person, you may have a lot of chemistry with this person, it's not coming together. It's not going to work out. But they're saying I'm kind of getting that there's something better feel again with this. Like, there's a different match out there for both of you that will serve both of you better. It's just not matching. It doesn't say anything about the quality of either person. They're just saying just move on from this one. Concentrate your efforts somewhere else. This is not going to come around, is what I'm getting. So that's for the single version. That's very blunt, but that's what's coming there. All right, let's move these on out. Let's do the next pile rock 2 here. This is going to be fun. Let's see what happens here. All right, so we're going to do this relationship first. Ooh, look at that. If you know anything about tarot, you're probably already realizing this is really, really good. Because of this, and this all together. You got past issues here too. So if we're going to go relationship first. Something has been improving. I almost feel like people becoming more intimate, spending more time, understanding how the other feels, spending more time with each other. If this is the pile you chose, I'm getting at the very least, there's been improvements in somebody's life to allow more time with the other person. Like, somebody's, going out of their way, one of you is going out of the way to make sure the other one is doing okay. A lot of maintenance for the relationship. This is where this is stemming from. Like, I feel like we're coming out of that. Well, we're working with that energy. This is where this is starting from. You have the Sun card. You're all sorts of happy about this. You're very happy in this relationship is what I'm getting. Your partner seems to feel like everything's working out exactly as it should. Sorry about the limited view here. That's the Justice card if you want to see it there. Your partner's feeling like effort spent is effort rewarded. Your partner wants this just as much as you. Like, they're making sure they're putting in the effort. You're very happy with what's going on. The Ace of Wands is happening here. Regardless of people's genders, I'm just saying this could be a very phallic card. This could be a very intimate. This can be a very sexually charged card sometimes. I'm getting you, the two of you are coming together and you're very, very happy. What I'm getting from this, why there's no card over here, which this would be the future. Don't let this moment just dissipate. This is the Ace of Wands. You might be coming together. This could end up being very sexual, and I get that. But put something in play. Like, put plans in the future. Create something from this moment. This is your Ace of Wands with your partner. Do you want to do projects together? Do you want to plan trips together? Do you want more intimate time together? Do you want to set up like once a week, once every 2 weeks, you get together in your own special place to do what you want to do, to have good times together, whatever that is for you, whatever you decide that needs to be. But they're saying, don't let this just dissipate. This is your Ace of Wands. If you just throw this stick and just like enjoy it for what it is, it'll be fun for a while, but you might miss out on an opportunity to create more from this. Make this a beginning of something more. Let it branch out to more. Set in a pattern if you want to. Whatever works for you. Once a week we get together. Maybe that's just the plan. Once a week we're going to spend Tuesday nights from 4 o'clock on. It's just you and me. Just for example. You don't have to plan it beyond that if you don't want to. If you want to plan it more than that, then do so. But make sure you create something from this. Don't let this energy just be there for now and just enjoy it for as long as it lasts. Create something from it and stabilize something there so that every week or however often, or like maybe it's going to be like an annual trip you want to happen. Some of you, I feel like that's definitely going to be the thing. This time of year, we're going to go somewhere. Maybe we're going to go on a cruise or whatever we're going to do. Stabilize something. Make a pattern from this. You can. I know it's fire. I know that. But still, you can create passion. You can create a passionate pattern from this. The pattern is optional. The way this is naturally going, it's going to be good for now. It's going to be great for now is what I'm getting. But it could just kind of like peter out over time. You can establish this and keep this a long term here. Long term. I would create a pattern. They're just saying this is a great moment. Capitalize on it. All right, so that's the relationship, if I don't beat it to death anymore. Now, as a single person, you might also realize already that this is a great thing for you too. Somebody you're completely crazy about is also interested in you. I'm getting there was problems in the past or questions in the past. Could be how much interest is really there. Could be, you know, can our lives match up? Could be a distance issue. But there's definitely something where there's a roadblock in the past that has been overcome. This roadblock has been overcome one way or another. They're telling me this person wants to be with you. The Ace of Wands also is saying, don't let this just be a passionate affair, though. Because it's fire. Fire can burn out. But if you tend to the fire, if you tend to that fire and keep feeding it, you can keep it going. You can keep it going indefinitely, honestly, if you keep feeding it long enough. This person wants to be with you. They think you're great. But what I'm getting here is don't let this fire just burn on its own. Don't put like 3 or 4 logs on the fire and just enjoy it while it burns, because it'll burn out after a while. Even when you have hot coals, you can still add something to it. But I'm getting, if you don't tend to it and don't plan for it ahead of time, it will just kind of go on its own after a while. This is somebody you could have permanently in your life. Work to make it that way is what I'm getting. Because I'm getting the Sun card here. I'm fully believing you want to. This reading is hitting with you. You fully want to. They're saying also, like with the first part, plan ahead. Establish something. Establish roots with this person. Get something that keeps going over and over and over that you can build on. Make that happen. Because the passion is there. They're open to it. They're very open. The justice is here. They want you. They want you. I feel it's in your court, though, to create the pattern. Once you establish that pattern, you know, I could see you twice a week on these days and that days, and just start it going that way. Then start planning other things. Add into it. I like this type of stuff. Let's go to this event together. I like to travel here. Let's plan a trip together to go here together. Build on this relationship. You can make this permanent if you want to. I think we're good for that one too. I think that was good. I'm sure y'all will let me know in the comments, and I thank you for it. All right, we got one more. Here's the final one. That's the stone 3. Now, this one's going to be different. This one's definitely going to be different. Let's see what we got. Stone 3. All right, so if this is relationship, we're doing a relationship first. This is all middle line. And like you would be up in the top, they'd be in the bottom. What I'm getting is whatever situation you're dealing with, The past here is saying you haven't been happy. Neither of you have been happy with this current situation you're dealing with. Something isn't right. Something is not working. Both of you are, I feel like both of you actually, because it's in the middle, you're both feeling, especially in the past, that you're lacking. You're not getting what you want out of the situation. Both of you are feeling that way. What I got in the center is you seem to be both trying to work it out with the compromise. That makes sense. That seems like a rational way to handle things. It's going towards strength, but I'm getting the other person, because it's, you see how it's kind of tipping down that way, but it is in the center, so it's not like it's just them themselves. They may be walking away from this compromise. I don't feel the energy holding to the compromise. Like, it's trying to work things out, trying to make things better, trying to make it so you both feel happier with the situation. I feel you're trying to hold to it, but I feel them kind of waning away from it. I feel like this isn't going well. Like you're in the center here, you're going towards this. You're both trying to work it out, but I don't feel the passion there. I have to be honest. I feel like you want the passion to be there. You want it to come back. You're trying to find it. But if they're walking away, because I feel like they're not, I just feel like they're getting, like some of them I feel like are getting caught up in business or work or something like that, and they're just kind of letting it go back to where it was. What are you supposed to do with this, though? I feel like they're saying this is just like a heads up about where this is going. If this reading is hitting with you, what it was in the past, I feel like it's going to go back there. This compromise, and I feel like there's a lot of Virgo energy going on right now. If you really, you could come into something where you're trying to even establish a pattern, but I still feel the other person kind of waning away from it. At some point, I feel like the two of you are going to have to come together and really decide what you want from this relationship. Because I feel like if this is hitting with you, the relationship is in a bad place. And I know it's like, it's a pick a read, but, take it with a grain of salt. You know where the relationship is. If this hit with you, something that hasn't been going right in the past, it's going to go right back to where it was. I know there's a compromise, but the compromise is not sticking. And I almost feel like that's the point of this, for you to know that. That you're going to end up right back where you were. Even you trying to hold to it, like, you're going to have to find something in here that's a little bit more stimulating. I don't know what to tell you beyond that. I feel like they're just warning you. That's a temporary moment where things seem like they're getting better, but the other person, I feel like, slipping back right into old habits, and it's going to return. I know that's not the most cheerful way to put this, but that's the message of this one. Okay, let's also do it for single. As you may have guessed, you're kind of going the same thing. I feel like this is a forced connection. I almost feel like this is a forced connection. I don't feel like this is working right from the get-go. I feel like this is not, like, it's a struggle to come together. It's a struggle to come together for one reason or another. It seems like it's forced, like trying to make something work out, and the elements are just not working in your favor. I actually feel like there's enough interest, though, where the two of you are trying to find a way to make this work out. But it's going to be short-lived. I feel like this is not, I know, like, if you watch the first part of this, for a relationship, you already realize this is not going in a good direction. It's a temporary gain is what I'm getting. I feel like you're going to try to keep it going. You're going to try to stimulate it, but ultimately the other person, I feel like they will walk away. It's too forced. I feel like it's too forced, and they're gonna move on. I know it's short and simple, but that's what this one is. Okay, I think that's that. All right. Well, thank you for watching again. Let me know in the comments what you all thought about these, if you liked them, if you didn't like them. I know these are a lot shorter, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but let's at least give it a try. Thank you for watching, and of course, if you want to get a reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. It's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.